Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for my Bits and Bobs progress this week, episode 41. I, as you probably know, finished this Dresden last week, including stitching down the doily around the edge. And this week, the next block, well, I could do this BS in the corner, but I'm thinking of this little cross stitch initials as kind of my signature in the bottom right hand corner of a picture painting. So that's why this is in the bottom right hand corner. And I don't want to stitch it down yet because there's plenty of room around it that I might still adjust it further into the corner or want to tuck something under it. So I'm leaving that for now. And I'm going to move over to this fan that I made with a quarter of a doily, in case you didn't realize that. So I'm going to stitch that one down next, and it has a bead and a teardrop bead as the danglies from the fan. And I have to tell you, this trim was the perfect trim for this. This light rosy pink is exactly the same color as the doily. I'm going to lift it up and show you so you can see. There. It has just that little extra tuft that gives it that little sweet detail. All right, when I originally put this fan down on the block, I really literally stitched everything. You can see that it's just fully down, but I'm not going to repeat that all, but I will definitely take some. First I'm going to do around the edge like I do blind stitching it down, and then I'm going to do some probably tack stitching around the edge and maybe a few arcs as well. And excuse the bandage. I did a really stupid thing. I took some utility scissors in the kitchen. I was cutting something and it was just the way I was holding it. And I literally clipped 1/8 of an inch of skin on this finger. That was a bit scary when that happened. But yeah, not being able to take the bandage off, it's not completely repaired enough to just let it float in the world. All right, never mind that part. I will come back when I have progress to share. All right, here's my progress. It's not a lot of progress, but as I've said many times, all progress is good. I did get blind stitched around the fan block, and I've tacked down 2 sides of the fan so far. I haven't gone across the arc at the top. I don't think, though I still could change my mind, I'm going to do any more tacking in the arcs. If anything, I might do straight up lines from the center following these lines here, and then as if the fan folds like an accordion. I don't know. I don't think it needs it. It seems quite fine just as is. I think just the arc at the top will do. This is a little puffy for me, and on a grandmother's fan block I did at least once in my quilting. I put quilted a little, actually in one I did a cherub, but I might do a little bow or something here, quilted, some kind of motif, just to have that down more. I don't know. It'll depend what it looks like after I stitch the arc. It puffed more than I would have liked. Anyways, that's it for this week. Yeah, life happens. Okay. I will continue to my progress. I will do that before I start the next video. And the next block will be likely this one here, because it's the next one that's under. Like, this is over everything. This is over. So it'll probably be this one. And if you recognize, maybe you don't, but remember the eyelet that I had pulled out that I'm going to edge my quilt with? This is that eyelet. And I had used it, the double piece of it, let's see if I can find it here. No, not handy. yes, handy. This here, that's what this is. It was a double-sided eyelet, and I put I had a crinkly, wrinkly seam binding that I had harvested off something that I just love the look of, so I put it down in the center of that for this piece. It's nothing super fancy, it's just this fabric with the extras across. Okay, and I'm looking forward to this boot as well. This is my Victorian boot that I've used in my beginner sampler quilt. I love the design of that boot. I've one of my favorite designs that I did. All right, yes, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following my progress. Hopefully inspiring, and I'll see you next week.